This needs to be a little more up here. Sorry, Cancer, I'm trying to figure out how to put the phone a little bit. Does this work? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Cancer, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your... Hold on a second. Let me get situated here. This is your July 2025 reading, again, for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching, or you yourself, Cancer, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It's greatly appreciated. All right, Cancer. So the previous reading I did, my phone died. I don't know, it didn't upload properly. It seemed to be talking about possible codependency issues. I'm trying to remember what else. But let's just go ahead and just begin the reading. You have the Ten of Swords. I saw the Ten of Swords before when I was trying to shuffle the deck, and half of the deck kind of like flipped over and the Ten of Swords was here. So your overall energy could be a situation that either you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, could have been a situation in which you were suffering with, maybe something has ended. You have the Nine of Pentacles, that is the single card. For some of you, if the situation has ended, it could even be that energetically it's ended. With the Nine of Pentacles, you could be focused on yourself, on your work, your health, your own well-being, relying on yourself primarily. You have the Moon card, Pisces energy as the challenge, which could be fears, the unknown, not seeing things very clearly. You have the Fool card. So you want to take a leap of faith. You want to take a leap, because this is in the foundation, the Fool card. Leaving baggage behind, taking a leap of faith. For some of you, it's finally trusting yourself, or, you know, relying on you, but there is a bit of fear here. And I feel like this is picking up on the same reading that I was doing yesterday, where there might be something subconscious, maybe a fear of trusting yourself, or a fear of being alone, or a fear of, I don't know, something. The Moon, for me personally, can also represent childhood traumas. In the past, you had the Magician. So you've been trying to manifest a life where you feel more secure. And I feel like it's more secure within yourself. On your mind, you have the Ace of Wands. So there's something here that you have a spark for. For some of you, maybe there's creative ideas, something that you want to do, take action on, build upon. And your outcome is the Four of Wands. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the reading that I was trying to do for you yesterday, your outcome was the Two of Cups. So this Four of Wands can represent a relationship. But again, like I mentioned before about security, this has to do with your sense of security. For some of you, it's home, maybe making yourself feel like home, or feeling like you are home. So if the issue of codependency comes up in this reading, which I'm going to say it's a definite yes if the Devil card comes as a clarifier for that Nine of Pentacles. If it's still tied into this codependency thing, I feel like everything that has happened, including this Ten of Swords, The ending is painful because there is a detachment that I almost feel like it's at a soul level that your soul wants so that your body could feel safe within you. Does that make sense? For some of you, there might be some sort of self-conscious issues as well. Let's keep going, because I feel like the previous reading was turning into a therapy session, and it seems like this one is too. So, and nothing wrong with that. 10 of Swords. Let's see what this 10 of Swords is. 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. King of Swords. You could be dealing or were dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or you have that in your chart. An investment on something, working together, but with the 4 of Cups, there is a sense of dissatisfaction or not getting what you want, or something might have felt like a missed opportunity. I feel like you've invested a lot of your time, your energy, maybe even your money with the Pentacles being here to invest in something that you believed was long-term, that you believe was secure for you. And this is something that you've been holding on to. A lot of this has to do with security. You have the 4 of Wands here. You have the 4 of Cups here. In between the 7 and 3, there's a 4 of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what this 9 of Pentacles is. The High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, Death card at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, you may not even notice that there is a new beginning in love with this Ace of Cups. Whether it's new love, whether it's with someone you're currently dealing with. For some, a lot of this has to do with that self-love that I was talking about. Kind of like learning to love yourself again. Learning to rely on yourself. This is literally the same reading, just different cards. What is the Moon card? Every single time I do a reading, somebody decides to call. What is the Moon card? The Knight of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the Hanged Man, 2 of Wands at the bottom. There's a bit of a pause here because you have 2 cards that are representing action, moving, being excited about something. And then you have the Hanged Man, which is, you know, being stuck, or it's a card of being in limbo, which makes sense with this Moon card. So there might be something here where you want to take action on, but you're feeling stuck. Fear might be holding you back. For some of you, it's this could even be somebody else. I don't know. I feel like this is you, but it could be someone else. Maybe there's been a fickle energy, an in and out energy, and because it's been inconsistent, you don't trust it. For some of you, this is just you not trusting your own, like not being able to tell what is intuition and what is fear, or what is intuition and what is just like, oh, this impulsive urge to do something. The Fool, you have the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the Strength card, Leo energy, 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You could be working on, I feel like dreams. You could be working on something that you've been dreaming of doing, or something in the past that you picked up on. For some of you, I'm going to go back to the whole just working on caring for your inner child. Now, for some of you, if this is not resonating at all, for some of you, you are in a better place here, but you could be holding back from anyone trying to approach you in love. What is the Magician in the past? Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Justice card. I feel like this is about trying to make things right, trying to make things balanced. For some of you, with the Queen of Cups being here, this is handling your own emotional state, trying to, again, care for yourself. For some of you, there's a situation that your heart was very tied to, but it kept leaving you feeling like there's too many ebbs and flows, too many ups and downs, too much going on. And with the Justice card, this is about finding a balance. What is this Ace of Wands? I also feel like there is a big shift. I don't know, maybe for some of you, you came to the realization, I don't want my life to keep going on like this. I don't want to keep attracting the same situations. Or what is this Ace of Wands? Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. I don't know what it is that you have on your mind, but there's something here that you're very confident about, maybe even excited about. And with the Queen of Swords, this is really looking at things clearly. There is some sort of new beginning here. I blocked you? I don't even know who you are. Oh, I didn't block you. I don't know. Let's see what this Four of Wands is. The Sun, the Lovers, and there's the Devil card. Eight of Swords. What is this Devil card? So you have Leo, Gemini, Capricorn energy here. The Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Page of Swords. There's a Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There is a situation here. I almost feel like a repetitive cycle, or I don't know if it's like a trauma loop or something like this. That is the blockage here. Again, the Devil card can also be fear. Not believing in yourself with something. For some of you, you're starting something new, like a new project or something like this. Give me a second, a card just fell. Oh, sorry, baby. The Page of Cups. Nine of Wands, the Judgment, the Two of Swords. For some of you, it's a comeback around of something or someone, excuse me, somebody tries to contact you. You know what? Give me a second here. Let's see who you're dealing with, because I felt like this this spread had to do just more with yourself. So let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay, let's see. Who are you dealing with, Cancer? Dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, because that's what showed up before. Also Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Could be dealing with a Virgo. I don't know. I don't necessarily feel that that's what it is, but maybe somebody who has secluded themselves. Is not really communicating much. Why is the Hermit card here? The Four of Cups. Somebody who feels dissatisfied. Somebody who feels a sense of regret. Maybe this is why they're not saying anything. Why is, what is the feelings? What is this person's feelings towards Cancer? Could be dealing with somebody who's older than you for some. The Strength card. Yeah, there is a holding back here. Why the Strength? Leo energy here. You have Sagittarius. Okay, so for some, this person here, it might be holding back because they might be looking for peace. They don't want any drama. For some of you, maybe they feel they're the ones that cause drama. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. For some, I feel like this person could be holding back also to, I don't know if it's like to be petty or for you to feel that they're holding back on purpose. But this is leaving this person stressed out with the Nine of Swords here. What is this person's actions towards Cancer? The Moon. Why the Moon? Got Pisces energy here. This is something quite significant because all of the cards that are showing up right now are all major arcanas. Why is the Moon here as their actions? The Ten of Swords. For some of you, they think it's over. They fear that it's over. Or could even be like a fear of this ending if it hasn't. For some of you, this is this person with their actions, because now they have the Hierophant. This could have been some sort of painful spiritual lesson. What is Cancer's feelings towards this individual? The Judgment. Why the Judgment? I get a sense for some of you, you want to give them a piece of your mind. The Judgment normally is a card of reconciliation. The Two of Swords. For some of you, you want to break off this no contact. I also get kind of like the other end of the spectrum too, where for some of you, it's like, I don't want to communicate. I am mad, or I want to give them a taste of their own medicine too. But I feel like with that Judgment card, deep down inside, there is this, I don't want to hold this animosity. What is your actions towards them? The Five of Wands. Why the Five of Wands? There's a lot. There's clearly a lot of either history or drama. Pain. The Hanged Man. For some of you, you feel like you're not going to win either way. If you stay there just observing, just watching, just doing nothing, drama might ensue. Or maybe this is something that has happened in the past and you're like, well, it's going to happen again. Others of you, you could be seeing the situation for what it is, that it's just something that keeps clashing. What is the outcome between Cancer and this person? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, why is that? The Nine of Wands. Okay, I need a little more on that. The Knight of Swords. There might be some sort of reconciliation or communication. Because the Nine of Wands, I'm thinking, okay, is this putting up a guard? Is this being exhausted and tired? Or is this a card of, we're going to try again? You know, I'm the wounded warrior here, but I can still persevere. Let's have another go around. Wheel of Fortune. Maybe it'll be better this time around. Maybe things have changed this time. And then with the Knight of Swords, this is about taking action. Let me get another card here. I feel like there's a Three of Swords. I feel like there's a guard that is up. And it doesn't only have to be with one person. It could just be both people. I don't know what happened specifically, but clearly something that has caused pain, disappointment, heartache. Queen of Swords. I get the sense of like, I know better now, or I see things clearly. Others of you, like the sword is up. Three of Cups. Was there a third party? And the King of Swords. First of all, how do you have two people with their sword up? And then in between, there's the Three of Cups, which is a card of having a good time, a reconciliation, a get-together. You have the Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands showing up? I'm not a fan that there's a lot of threes here, so... The Tower and the Death card. For some of you, this is giving another chance, but kind of like expecting everything to end again. I don't understand. Okay, so it's a little bit of a contradiction here. You know what, Cancer? For some of you, the feminine energy with the Queen of Swords here might be looking so deeply to feel secure that the feminine has turned into more of her masculine energy, where she is wanting to control the situation for the fact of feeling secure. So which this plays into this codependency thing, if that resonates, or I think deep down there is this fear of having to be vulnerable again and allowing somebody else to take control. Because for some of you, maybe you've allowed somebody to experience this vulnerability from you, to have control, not control like in a negative sense, but like to lead, right? So if you're a feminine Cancer, you've allowed the masculine energy to step up, to, you know, be in their own energy so that you can relax in your feminine energy. But you feel like now you have to kind of like be the man in the relationship, which can come off to the other person. And I'm not saying whether this is good or bad. I'm not judging. I'm just throwing it out there, which can come off to the other person as making them feel like they're not good enough. And whatever, you could tell me like, oh, well, rightfully so, because I gave them so many chances. And you probably did. Like I said, I'm not saying whether this is right or wrong. And now with the other person, clarifying for them is the Five of Pentacles, which is the card of a sense of lack, not having enough, not feeling good enough, not having enough time and energy, not having enough money, not, feeling left out in the cold. For some of you, this is something that has opened your eyes. I'm not going to say 100% though, 10 of Cups. That has opened your eyes to how you are with yourself and how you are in a relationship. Because people can trigger us to behave a certain way, right? And as they say, you can only control your thoughts and your reactions. So it's not always, well, this person made me do this, right? I get that. But they do trigger something, and then our reaction and how we view the problem is what the problem is. Now, there might be, like I said in the beginning, this issue with a sense of stability, a sense of security, and urging it out of someone. And although the person is probably more than capable to step up, they probably have an issue with staying in that stepped up role. So I feel like there's almost, so the lesson for the feminine would be, okay, focus on your own energy, on your own emotional well-being. I know, easier said than done. And then your lack of attention and energy to this person, they feel it, and it's a call for them to step up. Now we have free will. We do with what we want with that energy, because the person could be like, oh man, yeah, I need to step up, and they actually do it. Or free will, I need to do that, and then they wallow in their own pity. So the 10 of Cups came out, and I feel like this is a repetitive cycle because it is something where love is shared there. You have the Cancer energy here with the Chariot. Ace of Pentacles. And the 9 of Cups. For some of you, what you're truly desiring is unity and harmony. And that is it. Like, why can't this be like this? And I feel like this is on both sides. So Cancer, let me know how that goes. If this is resonating, of course. So let's grab 2 cards for advice and clarity. And I shall be on my way. Oh, I can't because the phone is on top of the cards. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, Cancer. Cancer, I also feel a sense of, and I feel like I've said this in the other reading I was trying to do for you. There's a sense of always being there for everyone else or saving everyone else, taking care of everyone else. But when it comes to you, there's a bit of fear. Almost like, I don't know if you subconsciously tell yourself, oh no, I don't need it. I got everybody else. Or you tell yourself you don't deserve that extra care and attention. So therefore you give it to everyone else, but deep down inside, that's what you're craving. So this could be, like I said, a call to give that to yourself. It's not even like, oh, I'm being punished, and no, it's a call to give it to yourself. Why does it feel so difficult? And maybe to explore that. You have despondence, and wisdom. So let's read. These were not the 2 cards that came out for the other reading. Iris is depressed and unstable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. Surely a hurricane hits and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences, which makes sense because you did have the challenge card, which was the moon card. The clarifying cards was the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, which is all about springing up and taking action, followed by the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is that pause, is that limbo, is that stuckness, which is the challenge. In which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. I literally said this in the reading. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. All right, the way that we look at the problem is the quote, the words that I said. All right, wisdom. One day a young sagebrush asks his grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder answers, we must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form as we all change with time. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. Do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? There's a little more. Hold on a second. This is the earth green, which brings wisdom, patience, and acceptance. Sage is perfect for when you need to prove nothing, when you choose to simply be wise. There is an ability here to bring serenity to any situation, and indeed, it may be needed. So, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.